Wayne Rooney joked that his 5A-side team is complete after the arrival of his fourth son Cas Mac in February. And it seems the footballer's brood of boisterous boys, all under the age of 10, is more than enough for his wife Coleen. Looking trim and toned less than 3 months after giving birth, the superwag, 32, today reveals she's saying a firm no to more children. "I'm done having any more, definitely," she says. "I have always said I would like 3 children, so 4 was pushing it." But wouldn't Liverpool's leading glamour puss, known for her love of fashion, be tempted by the thought of a little girl in her football-mad household? "I was never obsessed with having a girl in the first place," she insists. "It would have been nice, but I've got the boys." Her older sons Kai, 8, Clee, 4, and Kit, 2 certainly enjoy having a new addition to the family. A couple of weeks ago they all had their first bath together, all 4 of them. "There was a lot of cleaning up to do afterwards," Coleen laughs. "We have special moments all the time. They love the baby, they're constantly kissing him and asking him for cuddles. It's a madhouse, but a good madhouse. It's the same madhouse that Wayne was nearly kicked out of last September." Coleen was 4 months pregnant with Cas when the Everton star was arrested for drink driving after being pulled over in a car with mum of 1 Laura Simpson, 29. The pair had met while out drinking in Wilmslow, Cheshire, and office worker Laura claimed they enjoyed a kiss and a hug after Wayne offered to drive her home in her VW Beetle. He remained silent on what happened, but pleaded guilty to drink driving later that month. He got a 2-year road ban and 100 hours of community service. It was previously revealed in 2004 that Wayne had visited prostitutes, including a 48-year-old, when he was 16. Coleen, who was also 16 at the time and had just started dating him, later said she forgave him because their relationship wasn't serious at that point. Then in 2010, then escorts Jennifer Thompson and Helen Wood publicly apologized to Coleen after claiming they had both slept with Wayne the year before, when she was heavily pregnant with their first child and just a year after the couple's fairy-tale wedding in Italy. Following the latest scandal, Coleen posted an emotional Facebook message last November admitting they had spent time apart while she considered what to do. She said she thought my marriage might have been at an end, before explaining she had chosen to work on their union. Coleen added, "I want to try and continue our marriage and live as a family. I'm not saying everything is fine and forgotten about, but we're as good as can be at this point." 6 months since that post, how are things now? Coleen says she and Wayne have focused on making time for each other, as well as having quality time with the family. "We'll have date nights, we go to the cinema, it will depend on what we've got on throughout the week," she says. "I've got a good support network around me, so we do get time to ourselves. And Wayne's really good with the kids. He's good at getting them all to bed as well, he's really good with the bedtime routine." Thankfully, her 3 older boys have settled into their routine of having a bath with dad before 7 p.m. while Coleen looks after baby Cas. They're usually settled by 7:30 p.m. and sleep through the night. Despite inevitable sleepless nights with her newborn, Coleen has found it a bit easier with baby number 4. Going from 3 to 4 kids wasn't as big a shock, but going from 2 to 3 was, she admits. "The only thing I am finding more difficult is the age gap, because there is less of a gap between Kit and Cas than the others, and Kit is only a baby himself. I've got to have ears and eyes everywhere." The family live in a £5 million mansion in Priestbury, Cheshire, with 6 bedrooms, a gym, home cinema, sports stadium and statues. But they plan to relocate later this year to a £20 million custom-built manor, after Coleen was left shaken by an attempted burglary in 2016. Their life of luxury is a far cry from their modest upbringings in a working-class suburb of Merseyside. Coleen insists she still suffers similar pressures to any other new mum. Yet she's in no rush to snap back to her pre-pregnancy figure like so many celebs. Coleen, who started exercising again 3 weeks ago, says, "There is a lot of pressure around to have this figure, but I don't feel pressure. I think I'm quite confident. I always want those few pounds off, but there are worse things in the world than that." She adds, "A lot of the weight has come off naturally and from rooing around after the kids. I try to eat healthily throughout the week, but at weekends I still like having a takeaway or going out for a meal, or having a few glasses of wine. I am not really strict with myself, because I think you have to enjoy life as well," she added. One thing she really enjoys is seeing Kai follow in his father's footsteps. He's already showing talent on the football pitch, and Wayne is on hand to help, but they don't want to put too much pressure on him. It's one of the reasons Coleen, who still speaks with her strong Scouse accent, is an ambassador for the McDonald's Grassroots Football Awards, celebrating how volunteers and football clubs all over the UK help their local communities. Kai trains 4 times a week and he's really into it, she says. "We support him and encourage him, but if he didn't want to do it we wouldn't push it. He's a good lad and good at school. I don't want him to think, right, I just want to be a footballer." The mum of 4 says it's important to keep all of her children active. "We are not always able to be together, but we go on days out and go for walks and they love their scooters," she says. "They are always on the go. Normal days are just active for us." Coleen, who has built a personal fortune of £14 million through her own clothing line and product endorsements, does find some time to herself, even if she has sacrificed her monthly facial. "I used to go for a facial every 4 weeks, I can't remember the last time I went," she laughs. "I will sometimes, where I can, get a spa day with the girls." Coleen says it's good to remind people on her social media she is a real person, despite her fortune. She's been known to answer back to Twitter trolls, including one who quipped that Clay's posh school uniform wasn't for a comprehensive. She fired back, "Well, he wouldn't be going to comprehensive school, would he? He's only 4. Coleen tells me, "I don't take it to heart, I just laugh about it. I don't answer everything, but sometimes I'll answer back in a jokey way to say, I am not really bothered about what you're saying, but you're wrong. I think it's nice for them to see that you're a real person, and to show them you have a voice." After being named Football Mum of the Year Award ambassador for the 4th year in a row, it's clear to see our Coleen is sticking to her down-to-earth roots.